What is good, guys? It's your boy SoTeeko, and we are back on the block today going over some updated and some fresh farms that we're going to be rocking with and kind of my reasoning for them. It's still continuing on the road to the rebellion, but just with a little bit of tweaks here and there. And I'm going to explain my reasoning behind these little tweaks. So drop a like for me, sub for me, and simp for me in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. So we're gonna do the CLS team because they've deserved it. We're gonna put their relic levels up to, and the numbers on the screen equate to the relic number that they're gonna get to. So Luke on 7, Chewpio on 6, Chewbacca on 8, Han Solo on 6, C-3PO on 7. Reason for those numbers are that is what they're needed at for either Luke, Leia, or profundity, because of course we are going for Luke, Leia, profundity. Quick update, because I haven't made a SWGOH video in a while. We are done with the executive requirements, just waiting for next month when it comes around, and we'll be ready to go for it, which is really exciting. So back to our farms and back to what's important. We then have Imperial Troopers at 3, 6, 5, 3, and 3. And you might be like, SoTeeko, Times Magazine Person of the Year, what is Grand Admiral Thrawn doing in your Imperial Troopers? Well, I had that question from my good friend Juder, and short answer, he is a fleet commander. That's also the relic level that he's needed at for Sith Eternal Emperor. And I'm in a rhodium now, so I need the Chimera to be relatively decent if I want to have any chance at countering these big level ships that I'm going to be facing. And I need these guys to be ready to rumble for a rhodium 5v5, which is coming up probably in just over a month. It will be my first 5v5 in a rhodium. Then we have the Knights of the Old Republic. We have unlocked Malik. We did it on stream, and we are 68 computers away from finishing him, getting him on relics. And we're going to do 97977, as that is what they're required to be at for Leviathan. And it's going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a minute to even get Leviathan, because we don't have Darth Malgus. We don't have Fury class. We don't have a lot of the characters required for them. But I'm going to have this team operating pretty nicely on those high relic numbers. We probably won't take them straight to 9 off rip, but we'll have them all at least on 5. Maybe the 2 big guns on 7 for now. Then we have the Knights of the Old Republic, 77585. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm even considering taking Jolie to 6, and I'm considering taking Jedi Knight Revan to relic 9, as Revan is my favorite character in Star Wars. And then we're doing Jedi Knight Luke, where we're going to need Rolo, Captain Han Solo on relic 5s, as that's what is required for Luke and Leia. Then we have Wampa, Hermit Yoda, and that's it for Jedi Knight Luke, because we already have Lando, we already have Commander Luke Skywalker, we already have Darth Vader. As we are gearing these tunes up, we're going to be starting our farms for Jedi Knight Cal. He should be accelerated around this time that we get here, and the reason why I also put this farm off is because for Tarful, he's on the same node as Vandor Chewbacca, and they're both around the same star level, so I want to be farming them 2 at the same time, as Vandor Chewbacca will be good for my Scoundrels team. Cal Kestis will slot right into my Rey team. Marin will slot into my Night Sisters. Seer Junda, Tarful, and Saw Gerrera, we might take the relics. He is pretty good with the rebel fighters, but Seer Junda is going to be sitting stale for a while, as we don't have Malicos. We don't have enough unaligned force users to make that team rockin' right now. But Jedi Knight Cal is going to be going into Jedi Master Luke, which we only need 2 characters and 1 ship, and that's Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker and Mon Mothma on relics 7 and 5. We only need to get a few characters on relics for Jedi Master Luke. And the reason why Grief Karga is here is because behind Grief Karga on his fleet node is the Rebel Y-Wing, which we're almost done with. So we almost have Rebel Y-Wing done, ready to rumble. And then after we finish Jedi Master Luke, we're going to be going into Phoenix, which we're already farming Rex anyways, but we're just talking about putting Hera up to, putting Rex to relic 7, and probably Kanan Jarrus, Sabine Wren up to at least 5, maybe even Chopper to 5, so we can rock out with a really nice Datacron. Ewoks, gonna keep them as low as possible, as they're just gonna be a back wall team most likely. Try to delay, and get Princess Kanisa, Wicket, and Chirpa onto relics. Then we'll throw Low Gray and Poplo on relics as well, just to round out the team. And after that, we have 4 characters that we need to get up on relics: Scout Trooper, Droopy, and Boosh, and Lobot. Lobot we already have. Boosh, thanks to the login, is now on 7 stars, which is pretty sick. The only thing that's going to hold us back from Boosh is Chirotex. So, not a bad thing to worry about. You know, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Chirotech heavy characters in the way of getting Galactic Legend Luke and Leia. Not terrible. After which we are going to go for Profundity, and because we already took care of some relic levels previously, we only need to get the Rogue One squad, which includes Radis, Andor, Biston, Urso, and K2SO. Biston we already have on relics, don't ask me why. And then after we finish Profundity, we're going to hop down to Jabba really quickly. The reason why I put Jabba here, we'll get to, but we're going to do Jabba. We'll already have Boosh Leia on relic 7 anyways. We'll already have Jedi Knight Luke on relic 7. We'll already have Han Solo on the required relic. We'll already have C-3PO on the required relic. So we'll round out Jabba. And we even made sure to throw Embo into the chase as well, as he is in the Jabba team. After which, and the reason why I spaced it out so much, is because I need to give myself time to A, get Darth Malgus, B, get Darth Malgus's ship, and 4, have enough time to actually gear them and relic them to the required level. Then we're going to do Sith Eternal Emperor and Leviathan at the same time. And you can see there's some vanity tunes thrown in there as well, as we do have Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commando there as well, because they're going to need some time to cook up. They are coming from 0, especially their ship. It's coming from 0. So I'm searching it every day now, but it is going to take me some time. Luckily, these are some pretty cheap tunes to gear up, but they are pretty relic heavy, and it's going to take me a little bit of time. But through this journey guide, through this Farms 1, as I call it, we are going to be getting ourselves some really nice tunes, some really nice teams, and really rounding out my roster. We're making sure CLS is pumping at full gear. We're making sure we're getting our Imperial troopers pumping on relics. We're making sure our Revan teams are looking nasty. We're getting ourselves Jedi Knight Luke, which is in turn going to round out a nice Rolo lineup. It's going to get us Hermit Yoda, and it's going to get us Wampa. We're getting ourselves Jedi Knight Cal. We're getting ourselves Cal Kestis. We're getting ourselves Marin. We're getting Mon Mothma up onto relics to join the rest of her squad. We're getting a really good ship that will slot into the Profundity lineup. We're getting Phoenix with an Omicron to Captain Rex on relics. We're getting Ewoks on relics. Yippee. And then we're rounding out the rest of the requirements with some tunes that, apart from Drogon, won't be necessarily important, barring Boosh when we eventually get Profundity, and then Jabba, and then after Jabba we are getting ourselves Sith Eternal. Luckily I am balling out this current conquest, and I am doing a very good job on Darth Bane, as we are already 1/3 of the way to Darth Bane due to me buying as many of those 5 shard Jawa purchases that you get along in Conquest, as well as doing my absolute best to get the 450 crate. So minimum right here, right now, as we speak, I believe the minimum that we're walking out of Conquest with is going to be 175, which we're looking at unlocking Darth Bane after he is the undercard in the next Conquest. As soon as next Conquest character is over, we should be ready to unlock Darth Bane, which is really cool because I have big plans for him. Before we get Sith Eternal Emperor, we are going to rock him with Darth Vader, and that's going to be a nice little attack team and give us a little bit of boost as well. Even if we don't use the rule of 2 precisely, because I believe we can get all of this, right? I believe we can get all of this and still use it with Darth Vader. The way that I read this, we can still use this with Darth Vader. At the start of the battle, if there's only one other non-summon ally present and they are Sith, Bane takes reduced damage from % health damage effects, gains 350% defense. Whenever his other ally gains an ultimate charge, blah, 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 that won't matter. This all won't matter either, because I don't think they're gaining ultimate charge. But this will happen. So Bane will get the 75% mastery, max health protection. He'll have the stacking stats, and he begins with 100% turn meter. So that's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. But we are going to want to get Darth Vader and make him rock out, which I'm really hyped for. And see what happens. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like ski, hit that sub button from Death Star range, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.